A jam-packed Saturday slate in USL League One comes to an end tonight in the beautiful Antelope Valley. For the first time ever, AV Alta meets the New York Cosmos. This match presented by Paris law firm, the nation's best for personal injury attorneys, proud founding partner of AV Alta F.C. Find out more at paris.com. Hi everybody, John Gross with you on this Saturday night. Let's take a look at AV Alta's recent run of form, which has been better for a team that started the season winless over its first 6 matches. Back-to-back wins for Brian Clavin's side, a 2-0 win against Forward Madison, followed by a 2-1 win against Sarasota Paradise. This is a team that likes to impose itself. They're ball dominant, and they're finally finding success in that system. Definitely takes a little bit to get used to that with some new faces on this roster, but 4 goals scored, just 1 goal conceded, playing some really good soccer. A win today would match the longest win streak in club history. One player who's been instrumental to this recent run of form is Adam Almesh, our waste management player to watch. It's been a breakout season for him. He's been a starter from day one for the first time in his young pro career. He also has 3 goals. That is a career high. And anybody who's watched Brian Clavin's system knows the importance of wing play. He's a winger for this team. He's played that role to a T. He's been really good all season. So Adam Almesh, certainly somebody to watch tonight for AV Alta. Meanwhile, the New York Cosmos making the nearly 3,000-mile trek across the country to Lancaster, California. A team that is starting to find some results in league play. 2-1-1 over the last 4 league matches. 8 goals scored, 7 goals conceded. What does that tell you? A lot of close matches. This team has played in some really competitive fixtures, some wild matches as well. 36 combined goals scored in the 9 matches of league play and USL Cup play. Most recently, a big 3-2 win in USL Cup action over Westchester. And the man to watch for the visitors tonight, Ajmer Spangler. He has been one of the premier players in the league this season, leading the league in goal contributions, also tied for the league lead with 5 goals on this season. We saw what he could do last season with Texoma. 9 goals and 5 assists, and just 7 matches into this season, he's more than halfway to that mark. So Ajmer Spangler, certainly a player to watch this evening. History will be made tonight in the Antelope Valley. For the first time ever, AV Alta takes on the New York Cosmos. We'll have lineups and kickoff for you in a moment. Stick with us after this.
It's time to march to the mountains with a free lift ticket giveaway. Book your stay now at BigBear.com and receive complimentary lift tickets to Bear Mountain or Snow Summit. Stay 2 nights between March 1st and the end of ski season, and you can redeem your free lift tickets with qualifying reservations. Spend $250 to $599 and receive 1 lift ticket. Spend $600 or more and receive 2, while supplies last. Tickets are valid through the end of ski season, subject to date change. Book now at BigBear.com.
When it comes to healthcare, you want all aspects of your care to connect and to work in harmony. Introducing Southwest Healthcare, a comprehensive network of care working together to serve you and your loved ones. Palmdale Regional Medical Center is proud to be a part of this new, expanded system. Our goal is to provide high-quality healthcare services that benefit you, your family, and our entire community. Experience health and harmony today with the new Southwest Healthcare.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit? No problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Are you wondering who belongs at Antelope Valley College? Let me introduce you to some students.
Dreamers.
Career builders.
Transfer students.
Working parents.
Veterans.
Student athletes.
First-generation students.
In short, you belong at AVC.
We're here for you, so visit avc.edu and apply today.
AV Alta, New York Cosmos, just about set for kickoff, presented by Paris Law Firm, the nation's best for personal injury attorneys, proud founding partner of AV Alta FC. Find out more at paris.com. Let's take a look at the starting 11, brought to you by Visit Palmdale. With miles of hiking trails, a thriving art scene, plenty of lodging, and a rich aerospace industry, Palmdale is the perfect launching point for your high desert adventure. Well, 3 changes from last match for Brian Claben's side. Most notably, Jerry Desdoon is not in the starting 11, the league leader in goal and chances created. Miguel Ibarra is starting, however, just his second start of the season for one of the most decorated players in league history. Meanwhile, a look at the Cosmos starting 11 and a couple of notable changes. Javier Garcia is the goalie today. He was acquired via transfer earlier this month. He makes his Cosmos debut tonight. Meanwhile, Lamine Jauna was also recently acquired. He's also in the starting 11 for the first time this season. We are underway. The Cosmos versus AV Alta. Cosmos in the green kits, AV Alta in the whites. John Gross with you on this Saturday evening. Two clubs located about 2,800 miles apart. It's been a long couple of days of travel for the Cosmos. Spoke to head coach Davide Corti about the journey that they've taken to get here. They arrived on Thursday, flew into LAX. From there, it's about a 2.5-hour drive or so. And he did speak about the LA traffic, which anyone who's experienced it knows how brutal that is. Did not have the chance to train on Thursday, at a late session yesterday, and it's match day today. The Cosmos trying to do something they've not done all season, that is win or simply earn a point on the road. In league play, though, New York did pick up a big win in USL Cup play last time out, 3-2 win against Westchester. Meanwhile, AV Alta, back-to-back wins for Brian Claben's side, now 2-2-4 in the season, and unbeaten in 3 in a row. First ever meeting between these clubs. As it's lifted along. And for the first time in his Cosmos career, Javier Garcia gets his paws on it. Garcia was acquired via transfer from AC Boise on May 6th. He was a standout player for Texoma last season, including winning Player of the Month at one point. One of 5 former Texoma players on the roster for the Cosmos, so despite this roster being a new group, at least a little bit of familiarity between that group of 5. Texoma now a USL 2 side. Anderson Holt, California native back in his home state. Here's Eric Ceja. If this is your first time watching AV Alta, get ready for the lion's share of possession to be controlled by the home side. AV Alta, second in the league in average possession at 57%, which is actually down a little bit from last year, when they became the first club in USL League One history to finish a season with an average of 60% possession. It is taken away in the midfield. Spengler pops it over for Nick Mendonca, and it's given right back. And a throw in on the way. AV Alta looking to build on these back-to-back wins. Brian Claben did say that these last 2 results gave everybody a positive mindset. He said his team has been really punishing opponents lately, making plays in both boxes. It's one thing to control possession like this team does, but it's another thing to actually do something with said possession. And at least these last couple of matches, his squad's been able to do that. Sehat knocks it out. Meanwhile, the Cosmos looking to build off of that USL Cup win against Westchester. That was a wild one. Stoppage time winner by Christian Kofi. Great atmosphere. Good chunk of Cosmos supporters made the trip to Westchester County. Budding rivalry in USL League One. And Davide Cordi said his biggest takeaway from that match was his team's mental approach. And a couple of the other matches, when they'd give up a goal or two, they could not find their way back into it. This time, they never gave up, were able to respond, pulled out a critical 3 points in USL Cup play. Here's Denzel Smith. Second year with AV Alta. As that switch attempt sails out for a throw. You see Brian Klaben, bottom right corner of your screen, the second-year man in charge of this club. Inaugural head coach for AV Alta. And their second season as a club. There's Adam Almesh. Highlighted him in the open. Dangerous winger for AV Alta. Here he is again. Almesh drives one along. It's a good ball that's settled by Godwin Antwi. Antwi dances into the area. His shot blocked. Almesh got a toe on it. And it caroms out for a goal kick. It is given away. Lamin Jounet in his Cosmos debut. Tried to link up, but he does win a throw. Jounet, another one of those former Texoma players. He was signed on May 14th, did not play in the USL Cup match against Westchester, so he makes his Cosmos debut tonight. Productive piece for Texoma last season. 2 goals and 6 assists across all competitions. And given how well Ajmir Spengler's already been playing, now you add somebody alongside him who spent a season with Spengler last year down in Texas. That is lifted and in! My goodness! It's a moment of brilliance from Godwin Antwi. Making something out of nothing. Garcia, just a really poor ball ahead. And Godwin Antwi scores from way downtown. It's his second goal of the season. And it's a Snow Orthodontics goal. Score your best smile with Snow. Well, Brian Klaben called Antwi a pure talent. We see a little bit of that right there. decisiveness, the confidence to let that thing fly. And it's 1-0 AV Alta. Chick-fil-A Lancaster and Palmdale are proud to partner with AV Alta. Eat more chicken with the new Chick-fil-A season ticket and family pack. Gives you a free original chicken sandwich at every match. Check out all the match tickets by visiting avaltafc.com. Here's Antwi, moments removed from that remarkable goal that caught Garcia completely off his line. And for the Cosmos, goalkeeping has been a bit of an issue this season. They've conceded now 17 goals this year, which is the second most in the league. Certainly not what you're looking for if you're Garcia in your first appearance with your new club. Here's Antwi, rolls ahead for Cesar Bahena. And that did make its way over the byline. Tonight's Key to the Match is presented by Big Bear Lake, where moments on the pitch and in the mountains become tradition. Start yours at bigbear.com. Well, for AV Alta, we talked about their dominance when it comes to possession, but can they possess with a purpose? Can they create chances with their prolonged spells on the ball? And for the Cosmos, they have to defend with concentration for 90 minutes, given that they will be defending for the majority of this match. They'll be out of possession for the lion's share of this one, and they cannot afford to have defensive lapses. We did see the costly misplay by Garcia, clearing it to the center of the park and then not getting back in goal. Taken away by Christian Kofi. There's Eric Seha. AV Alta historically has fared well against teams who have to travel from the Eastern time zone. 6-2-6 all time against Eastern time zone based teams here at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. And the Cosmos again having to make the roughly 2,800-mile trek across the country. And on the Cosmos body clock, it's 10:48 p.m. right now. Miguel Ibarra trying to restart things quickly, but Jaune is standing in his way. Good to see Ibarra in the starting 11. First signee in club history, hometown player who is making just his 13th appearance across his 2 seasons now with AV Alta. Jaune, the takeaway. Jaune surges in his Cosmos debut. Jaune left it upstairs. You can see the quality that he brings, though. Pacey player out wide. As we look back at our U.S. outdoor lighting replay. Left it just high. This is a lethal group up front for the Cosmos. You look at Jaune on one side, Christian Kofi on the other, Ajmir Spangler, of course, in the mix as well. Sebastian Guenzati, number 9 for the Cosmos, another lethal goal scorer. What a goal and an assist in the win against Westchester in USL Cup play. Elmesh. Elmesh. Looping ball. Second ball claimed by Antwi, the goal scorer. Here is Antwi. "15 minutes through. AV Alta the 1-0 lead in the Godwin-Antwi goal. Here is Bahena. Links up Ibarra, wide for Almesh. Into the area, Almesh dances, lays it off, one-time strike deflected. And will make its way out for a corner kick. This corner kick is brought to you by Toyota of Lancaster, driving the Antelope Valley forward. Cesar Bahena, first-year pro, makes his way to the corner flag. 2 assists this season for the former University of San Diego standout. Bahena's ball, unscathed, out for a goal kick. Fans, enter the Prinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on screen and enter today. Spangler, able to link up out wide. Kofi, back for Spangler. Couple rows deep. AV Alta's brand new 2026 El Clasico kit is on sale in stadium and online now, courtesy of Hummel, the club's official jersey provider. Check out the full line of new AV Alta gear, including the new Poppy collection, by visiting shop.avaltafc.com. Ortiz. Almesh. Dashes in. Almesh muscled off of it. Strong challenge by William Noker, who quickly lifts it ahead. There is space to work with for Kofi. Christian Kofi is met. Oh, a brilliant tackle. Kofi, who scored the game winner last match against Westchester, unable to work his way past Eric Seha. Cristian Ortiz. Antwi works on Nestor Cabrera, who's making his first start of the season. Cabrera battles in the byline. And there's the whistle. Kofi. Crafty Parisian links up with Lamine Jaune, his new teammate on this right flank. Jaune slices in. Jaune back for Kofi. Kofi slips it wide. Noker pops it central. It's a promising build by the Cosmos, but it culminates with a goal kick. Fun atmosphere, as always, at Lancaster Municipal Stadium, also known as the Hangar. This is a former minor league baseball stadium converted into a soccer park. Routinely has outstanding crowds. It's of course such a soccer crazy part of the nation as Kulfi races ahead. Kulfi links up with Spangler, who could not sneak it through. And again, it's Seha saving the day. Eric Seha, who made his season debut just 2 matches ago, making an enormous impact at that center back spot in the first 20 minutes. Kofi finds Guenzati. Space for service as it's pinged in and will ricochet out for a Cosmos throw. Jounet. Noker. Back for Jounet. Jounet shows off the pace. Spangler off the deflection. Well, why not? If you're number 8, you've scored 5 goals this season, you have a little window of space, might as well take it. Denzel Smith. There's Jimmy Villalobos, a League One veteran. Ortiz, now Antwi. This is exactly how this team wants to play, although it is broken up right there. Villalobos wins the aerial duel. Lay gives it away, it's Guenzati. Sebastien Guenzati. There's Jordan Chavez. Noker taps it for Jounet, and that's out of his reach. A goal kick coming up. I think given the circumstances, having to travel across the country, take on a team that is so ball dominant, Cosmos playing well. Of course, that one lapse has been the decisive moment. Other than that, it's been a fairly evenly played match so far. As we march past the midway point of this first 45. Cristian Ortiz. Ibarra. There's Alfredo Ortiz. AV Alta at 73% possession. This is no surprise. This is how Brian Claben's team plays. And a throw in on the way for Cesar Behena. He did say it could take a little bit longer for players to get acclimated to the system. Definitely a bit harder to play. But his point of view is that this style of play, ball dominant play, is the gold standard of football that the best teams in the world try to play. It's not common in the US. You don't see it in League One. In fact, you see a lot of teams who prefer to play off of the ball in USL. Here's Bahena, goes down. Searching for a whistle, pleading for one. And to no avail as he's met by Justin Milovanov. Here is Milovanov. And when you look at AV Alta wanting to play like the best teams in the world, Brian Klaben has gotten an up-close and personal look at some of those teams. He spent time interning with the Argentine national team and with Barcelona. Doesn't get much better than that. Previously the head coach for Chivas USA, LA Galaxy, and LAFC academy teams. Meanwhile, Davide Cordy in his first season leading the Cosmos, the inaugural coach in club history. Also, tremendous pedigree. Came through the AC Milan system, coached the AC Milan women's team. Native of Italy, who has a long history playing and coaching in his native nation, but he is very familiar with New Jersey as well. He coached a couple of youth teams in the Garden State before returning to Italy, and is now back coaching in Jersey. Antwi has one goal already from this distance. Bahena. Cosmos withstand that prolonged spell of possession. Despite possessing just 25% of the ball, Cosmos actually outshooting AV Alta 5-1. XG of 0.52 to 0.1 in favor of New York. Kofi works on Ortiz. Kofi, whistle comes in. It's down to AV Alta. Seha, his ball blocked. Jauna brings it in. Spengler. Jauna unleashes. Oh, heads up. So a goal kick coming. That is shot number 6, though, for the Cosmos. Now doubling up AV Alta in terms of shots. You look at this front four. I really think it has a chance to be one of the better attacking units in the league this season. Guenzati has 3 goals. Spengler leads the league in goals and goal contributions. And the 2 wide players, both very dangerous. Lamine Jauna was a standout last year for Texoma. Christian Kofi was an MLS Next Pro standout the last 2 seasons, though he has not contributed to a goal in league play for the Cosmos. That'll come, though, for sure. Almesh is met by Jauna. Guenzati does well to win a throw. Sebastian Guenzati enters today with 98 career pro goals. That includes his previous stint with the Cosmos. Played for the club from 2013 to 2016. As Lamine Jauna is aided to his feet by Anthony Almeida, our match referee. And Guenzati, somebody who connects the past with the present. 34-year-old, but Davide Cordy says he seems a lot younger than that with his approach, how hard he works at matches, how hard he works in training. He's an example for everyone Davide said he actually asked Sebastian, where do you find the energy? And Sebastian just laughed as Kofi works on Pelivanov. Kofi leaves it back for Spengler. It's a heavy touch. Seha. Smith under duress. "30 minutes through in the first ever meeting between the New York Cosmos and AV Alta. 1-0 lead for the home side, and the 8th minute goal by Godwin Antwi, catching Javier Garcia off his line. An AV Alta side trying to win a 3rd straight match, which would tie the longest in club history. Meanwhile, the Cosmos searching for their first road win of the year. And this is their 2nd cross-country trip. They took on Spokane Velocity earlier this season. Lost that match 3-1 against one of the top sides in the league. Jounet accelerates and is dispossessed. Ortiz. It's taken away. Spengler. Kofi. Back for Christian Kofi. Kofi connects in the overlap. Milovanov back for Mendonca. This is the longest stretch of possession that we've seen from the Cosmos today. Chavez switches field. It's looped in and ricochets out for a goal kick. Turn to the CBS Sports Network on Saturday, May 30th for a USL Championship battle for the top of the Eastern Conference. Reigning Player Shield winner Louisville City FC hosts the undefeated Tampa Bay Rowdies at 7 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network, May 30th. Pelivanov receives a tug from Hajmir Spengler. There he is. The league leader in goal contributions, Spengler. Davide Corte said he has such a high soccer IQ. Omesh. Broken up, Chavez clears away, but directly to Antwi. Seha. Lay. There's Bahena. Driven ball. Ibarra surges after it, headed away by Cabrera. Second ball claimed though by the home side. Ibarra lays it back. Space for Almesh, a brilliant build. But it's sent into the green wall. Take a look at our US outdoor lighting replay. Almesh in disbelief. He knows he could have hit that one better. He had space, he had time, and he scored 3 goals this season. Capable finisher in what has been the best season of his young pro career. 30-year professional from Paris. Jaune. Noker. Jaune once more. Kofi. Jaune. Has space 1v1. This is where he's most dangerous. Jaune's cross stays in the area, and then Seha disposes of it. Seha taken to the turf, and a free kick on the way for AV Alta. As Justin Milovanov chats things over with Anthony Almeida. One of a handful of tri-state area players on the Cosmos roster. Definitely a local flavor for this team, native of Brooklyn, New York. Lay. Almesh. Lay. 1-2 back for a surging Lay. Osvaldo Lay pops it ahead. Ahead of the target man. Will be a throw. Alfredo Ortiz, the LA native. Almesh. Dangerously sent back, and Seha forced to sky it away. And no trouble for Javier Garcia. Spangler. Oh my, Ajmer Spangler. Brilliant spin, and he somehow stays with it. Jaune attacks, he goes down. And no whistle. Goal kick AV Alta. Let's take a look at this from Ajmer Spangler. He is special. That's with a tug. I'll call that an and one as he spins through the contact. Still able to finish the move off. Impressive stuff by Ajmer Spangler, who neither of his parents actually played soccer. It was actually his grandfather who introduced him to the sport. His grandpa grew up in South India, played there, and introduced the sport to Ajmer Spangler, who grew up in Tampa, Florida. great interview with Ajmer on the Cosmos Country podcast talking about that story. But he has blossomed into one of the top-tier players in USL League One. Pressure. Is it taken away? It is! Spengler, oh so close to leveling. Well, this is the danger when you try to possess the ball like AV Alta does. It does make you susceptible to giving it away at the back like this. And a goal kick on the way. Almesh through the contact. Almesh slices inside. Lost his footing. Villalobos finds Lay. Osvaldo Lay dashes on. Spengler clips it off of Lay as it's sent out to Coffey. Spengler drives it ahead. Guenzani races to get there. Ceja beats him to the spot. And Eric Ceja's tremendous first half continues. Textbook play from the center back in just his third appearance of the season. Bahena. Ceja tries to pick out Antwi. Ceja. Driven ball, Almesh in behind. Does the flag stay down? No whistle, Almesh rolls and scores! Adam Almesh ups the AV Alta edge. Testing that back line. Evidently just staying onside. It was Ceja's ball. Tough to tell from that angle when the ball left the foot of Ceja and where Almesh was. But it seemed like the Cosmos just assumed that that would have been offside. And it was not. And it's 2-0. As Adam Almesh bags his 4th goal of the season. It's a Snow Orthodontics goal by Almesh. His career year continues. Snow Orthodontics, score your best smile with Snow. Experience the best night in the AV. The 2026 season schedule is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. The AV Alta Summer of Soccer is here, and it begins with a huge California clash. AV Alta hosts rival Orange County SC on Saturday, June 6th, in what promises to be an electric night of soccer and atmosphere. Kickoff is set for 8 p.m., and you will not want to miss the energy inside the stadium for this rivalry showdown. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours before they're gone at avaltafc.com. Suddenly the Cosmos find themselves down by a pair as we inch towards added time. Jonet. Crosses. Seha heads away. The fourth official has indicated 2 minutes of added time as Garcia comes well off his line, forced to head it away. And it's out for a throw. Stoppage time brought to you by Southwest Healthcare Stoppage Time. Southwest Healthcare Palmdale Regional Medical Center brings health in harmony. Visit palmdaleregional.com for more information on all of our hospital services. Jonet takes the tumble. Cabrera, the member of the Guatemala national team. Here's Kofi. Nestor Cabrera. Kofi works on Ortiz and claims a corner kick. This corner kick is brought to you by Toyota of Lancaster, driving the Antelope Valley forward. Corner kick on the way for the Cosmos. Nick Mendonca plays it short. The ball took a deflection. Mendonca brings it down. He sends one across. And it's skied away for another corner. This is likely the last moment of this first half. AV Alta a 2-0 edge as we inch towards the finish line of this first 45. Another Toyota of Lancaster corner. Mendonca. It's a low ball that is batted back. A shanked clearance. Deflects out for a throw and will bring us to the end of this first 45. A 2-0 lead for AV Alta as the home side looks to pick up a third straight win and move to unbeaten in 4 in a row. Adam Almesh with the finishing touches on this first 45, and his team takes it to the break with a 2-0 advantage. The first ever meeting between AV Alta and the New York Cosmos halfway home. Halftime brought to you by Pepsi. And it's right here in the Antelope Valley. We'll get you set for the second half in a moment. Stick with us on this lovely Saturday night. Halftime brought to you by Pepsi, and the home faithful loving what they've seen so far. 2-0 lead for AV Alta over the New York Cosmos. Let's take a look and learn a little bit more about the AV community.
For a long time, there wasn't a place where everyone could come together. Families, kids, generations, all under one thing. But out in Lancaster, something truly special was growing under the lights.
Seeing professional sport in our city is just so different. It's unlike anything we've ever seen before. It's nice that we don't have to go to other cities to travel. We can celebrate what we have in our hometown.
Nosotros estamos muy contentos y felices de poder disfrutar un buen partido de fútbol donde hay comida, jugadores, y nos conocemos con toda la comunidad y hoy tenemos a quien apoyar.
Having these drives that come into the stadium and just the energy, it's so amazing. And it's honestly uplifting coming from a community that didn't have that. And now we do.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit, no problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Two-0 lead at the break. AV Alta leads the New York Cosmos. John Gross with you on this Saturday night. Halftime brought to you by Pepsi. As we take a look around the league, it is a busy day in USL League One, as most Saturdays are. This out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Big Bear Lake. And we had some really good matches. Portland Hearts of Pine, Greenville Triumph came down to the wire. Greenville able to eke out a point despite being down a man for the final 20 or so minutes of that match. The other match to note is Knoxville Corpus Christi. A wild affair as an own goal leveled things for one Knoxville. They were on the brink of losing to Corpus Christi. Would have been an enormous win for the first-year club against the defending champions. Instead, 2-2 is the final score in that match. And then Fort Wayne takes down Boise 3-1 in a battle of first-year clubs. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedules for these two sides. First for AV Alta, brought to you by Morongo. They will take on El Paso Locomotive next time out in USL Cup play. And also at Fort Wayne on the 30th before hosting Orange County on June 6th. Again, the first and third matches on that list, US Prince Tires USL Cup group stage matches. And all three of those fixtures can be seen right here on ESPN+. Meanwhile, the Cosmos have an interesting stretch coming up. This match today kicks off a 3-match week. They'll welcome Union Omaha, who's looked like one of the best teams in the league this season, on Wednesday before heading down south to sunny Florida, taking on Sarasota Paradise, another first-year club, next Saturday. And then they also return to Prince Tires USL Cup action, welcoming Hartford Athletic on June 6th. All of those matches can be seen on ESPN+. Let's dive a little bit deeper into the happenings around USL League One.
It is halftime in League One. We hope you're enjoying your match so far. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with some of the League One headlines. Aside from a very busy USL Cup weekend, there were some league matches, and Union Omaha pulled off a big win on the road against one Knoxville. Sergio Ors Navarro's 84th minute goal was the difference in the 2-1 final. That's the second home loss of the season for one Knox and vaults Omaha to the top of the League One table. 3 League One clubs scored regulation victories over USL Championship clubs in round 2 of the Prince Tires USL Cup. Portland Hearts of Pine defeated Rhode Island 2-1. AC Boise rallied to beat Monterey Bay 4-3. And Spokane Velocity scored early in a 1-0 win over Las Vegas Lights. And 2 more League One clubs, FC Naples and Charlotte Independence, won penalty kick shootouts against championship teams. Congratulations to Corpus Christi veteran player Kristen Cheney for making his 50th career goal contribution in Week 11. His assist against Charlotte Independence gives him 12 assists to go with 38 goals in 111 career matches. Upcoming national spotlight games in the championship on CBS Sports Network. Sporting Jacks in San Antonio next Wednesday. Then a big one between Louisville City and Tampa Bay Rowdies on the 30th. And another tough test for the Rowdies against Charleston Battery on June 10th. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Insurance companies are not your friend. In fact, their sole job is to make certain you get as little as possible at a time when you need it the most. At the Paris Law Firm, we have a long track record of forcing insurance companies to pay you every penny that you're owed. If you've been hurt in a crash, call us at the Paris Law Firm so we can help you in your time of need.
Halftime brought to you by Pepsi. Just about set for half number 2. AV Alta leads it. The bubbles are out in full force here in the Antelope Valley. The home faithful are loving it. Let's take a look at the first half that was. Again, halftime brought to you by Pepsi. Back in the 8th minute, Javier Garcia making his debut in goal for the Cosmos. That is not the first impression you're looking for. A ball directly to Godwin Antwi. Unable to get back on his line. Antwi, a hope and a prayer, and he finds the back of the net to make it 1-0 in the 8th. But the Cosmos would threaten newcomer in Lamine Jauna with a dangerous moment. One of the 8 shots that we saw from New York in that first 45. We move back a little bit. Brilliant interplay. Adam Almesh has it teed up on a platter and sails it into the green wall. But he'd have a chance to atone for his mishap. Eric Seha, who put together as good of a first half as you'll see from a center back, delivers a beautiful ball. Flag stays down. Almesh cuts inside and finds Twine to make it 2-0. His 4th goal of this season and the best year of his pro career rolls on here in late May. A look at our halftime stats presented by Pepsi. The possession numbers, as expected, sharply slanted towards AV Alta. Shots favoring the Cosmos. They're +3 in that regard. But of course, the goal number is the only thing that matters. One thing not shown is the expected goals, the XG. Cosmos lead in that department 0.65 to 0.21. It is rare to see such a vast disparity between actual goals and XG in terms of a positive from actual goals to XG, especially for an AV Alta team that is 2nd in the league in XG, but 9th in goals per game. That is the 2nd worst actual goals versus expected goals in USL League One. But today, it is a role reversal. This team is playing some really good soccer today, greatly outscoring their XGs. AV Alta starts off the half by bombing it deep in the Cosmos half of the pitch. A couple of changes brought to you by Waste Management. First for AV Alta, as Nicholas Relaford makes his way on. And for the Cosmos, Massimo Morabito replaces William Noker. Those sponsors brought to you by Waste Management. AV Alta has won back-to-back matches, seeking a 3rd straight win, which would tie the longest winning streak in club history, albeit a short club history. This is only the 2nd year of the club's existence. But Brian Claben's team did win 3 straight matches from late June to early July last season. It was in the midst of a prolonged unbeaten run that put them in a really good position, though they did end up falling just shy of qualifying for the postseason in their inaugural campaign. Meanwhile, the Cosmos kicking off a busy stretch tonight, first of 3 matches in 7 days. Looking for their first road win of the season. Team that started the year 0-3-1, but better as of late, 2-1-1 over the last 4 matches. Win for AV Alta. Cristiano Ortiz will put it back into play. Somebody who was signed ahead of last season after impressing during an open tryout. There is a wealth of talent in this SoCal region. So many players, a handful of players on this AV Alta team in particular, signed after playing semi-pro or Sunday leagues. His coaching staff noticed them, or maybe had a tryout. Even Jerry Desdoon, who did not start today, but leads the league in chances created. He was discovered playing in Sunday league soccer by this coaching staff. He's evolved into one of the best chance creators that we've seen since he joined this club last year. Ortiz sends it dangerously back as it's lifted into the hands of Denzel Smith. Antwi. It's knocked out for a throw. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish-language sports network. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. And a free kick on the way as Pelivanov goes down. AV Alta FC are proud to partner with US Outdoor Lighting, your complete source for outdoor lighting. Visit usaltg.com to find out more. That is given right to Lay. Antwi goes down. Sent away for a throw. AV Alta on the doorstep of a third. As Brian Klaben looks on. Bahena. His feet cut away. Kofi. That's the whistle. Garcia. The ball finds Spangler. Cabrera, Kofi, Cabrera again, switches, Spangler. Mendonca, powers it through, Nestor Cabrera, plenty of space to drive this in. It's a low cross that is brought in by Mendonca. Cabrera. More air on this ball. Cabrera's ball. Headed away. Mendonca. Couple of headers as it's launched clear. Physical battle between Holt and Bahena. Holt does win the duel. Garcia in trouble. Relaford, it's held up, no whistle. Jauna fights for it. Great tackle to win it initially, but nothing more than that. Ceja skies it. Second ball claimed by the home side. And a free kick on the way. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Antwi rolls ahead, Bahena. Relaford. Antwi again. Got the party started back in the 8th minute for AV Alta. That is taken away, but it was too good to be true. Guanzetti is beside himself. Sebastian Guanzetti not pleased with that call. The captain for this team. Let's take one more look at it. Our U.S. outdoor lighting replay. It seemed like he got ball, but there was a little bit of tugging with the hands. Was it enough, though, to warrant the whistle? Anthony Almeida, match referee, does hold things there. There's a word with Guanzetti. Oh, a brilliant split. Almesh still going. Adam Almesh, this is sensational! Adam Almesh, his second of the night. That is class. One defender, two defenders, three defenders. The Parisian, as he would say, un, deux, trois. Un but magnifique. A magnificent goal. As he makes it 3-0. And he's all smiles. And you could score your best smile with Snow Orthodontics. 5th goal of this season for Adam Almesh. And that is as good of an individual goal as you will see all season. Here comes Cabrera. Levanov plays it back. Spangler through traffic! Almost. It did take a deflection. By the way, there was a yellow card issued just moments ago to Sebastian Guanzetti of the Cosmos. One more look at it. If it did not take a deflection, that's probably in the back of the net. Whether it would have been Spangler directly or off the head of the leaping Guanzetti, who went parallel to the turf to try to head it in. It's a Paris law firm yellow card against Guanzetti. Toyota of Lancaster corner kick, but first medical crew gets out of the pitch. A down AV Alta player. Guanzetti still chatting with Anthony Almeida. Frustration for the Cosmos trailing 3-0, a side that has struggled defensively throughout the campaign. It's Denzel Smith who's getting some attention now. Backup keeper Jibril Doumbia is warming up just in case, but Denzel Smith does seem to be okay. Trinidad and Tobago international who played for them in the World Cup qualifiers last year. TNT fell just shy of qualifying. A lot of prognosticators felt they had a good shot to make it, but Soccer Warriors unable to qualify for the World Cup, which is just a few weeks away at this point. And some pushing and shoving. Wenzati goes down. And a yellow card comes out. It's against Adam Almesh, the goal scorer. A mass of humanity inside the 18. And Spengler sends it that way. Jauna tees it right back in, headed straight down. Holt gets it back. Antwi had a touch on it. That last yellow card brought to you by Paris Law Firm. It is Adam Almesh. Don't think that'll put too much of a damper on his evening. A brace for Almesh, now up to 5 goals this season. Last year scored just 1 goal for this team. Began his career with Union Omaha. Did not score any goals with Los Bujos. He's blossomed into a lethal player this season. Spengler. Things went long for Kofi. Space to work with. On that right flank, Spengler. Kofi lays it back. Spengler hooks it well wide. Toyota of Lancaster are proud founding partners of AV Alta FC, driving the Antelope Valley forward. Find out more by visiting toyotaoflancaster.com. Antwi beats Cabrera, and Cabrera levels him down. We'll stay right here. Simply a throw in though, no foul. This is an AV Alta team that once it jumps in front, it is difficult to come back against given how much of the possession they control. Squinzati, great effort to win it and stay with it. Jauna now, marked by Ortiz. Jauna the blow by. Jauna has it jarred loose by Christian Ortiz. Good recovery. It's another Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. Driving the Antelope Valley forward. Spengler has it set. Cosmos searching for some set-piece magic. A lot of air under this one. And a whistle sent it the opposite way. Fans, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all of your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Cosmos searching for something, just a spark to get them going. They still lead the shot battle 9-5, though just one shot has been on target. Antwi. Driven ahead. It's Bahena. It's volleyed on. And a whistle comes in. Offside flag is raised. Final 25 minutes of this one and a couple of alterations on the way for Brian Claven's side. Colin Anderson will make his way on. He will replace Miguel Ibarra. Warm round of applause for the hometown Ibarra. Also entering is Santiago Higareda. Just the second appearance of this season for Higareda, who only played 10 minutes all year. There's Colin Anderson, veteran goal scorer in his first season with AV Alta, former Jamaican Premier League Golden Boot winner and champion. So he's the experienced sub, but it's the young Higareda, just 17 years old, who makes his way on. Made his debut last match against Sarasota Paradise, playing 10 minutes as a sub. Both those changes brought to you by Waste Management. Higareda joined this team on an academy contract. It's a focal point for this AV Alta organization, bringing in young talent from around the region and developing them. Both of these teams located in soccer hotbeds. Of course, Southern California known for producing a boatload of talented players. But New Jersey also has an outstanding reputation in the New York City area in general. Might be a little bit biased as a New Jersey native, but plenty of talented players from the Garden State. Think back a couple of decades ago, all the talent to come out of Kearney, New Jersey, as Spengler surges ahead, and Ceja skies it away. Jauna pops one in. Jauna's ball nearly linked up with Coffey. Holt. Lay skies it. Kofi. Nearing the final 20 minutes of this match. A match in which AV Alta has led throughout as it's lifted on. Brought in by Colin Anderson. Goal and an assist this season for Anderson as he lays it back. Adam Almesh. Oh, this is smooth. Almesh drives it across. It's another brilliant moment from Adam Almesh. He is putting together an absolute clinic tonight as Milovanov drills it ahead for Lamin Jaune. Jaune's ball just out of the reach of Guenzati. Kofi jockeys and wins. Kofi leaves it back for Spengler. Spengler with 2 on him as it ripped free by Cesar Bahena. Let's take one more look at this last moment from Adam Almesh. Whew. Now you see me, now you don't. He's so skillful. As the Cosmos get set to make a trio of changes. Oh, Bahena gets it back. Almesh slips it central. Higareda, the academy player, the 17-year-old. Higareda! The first pro goal for the local kid. 4-0, AV Alta. A look at our U.S. outdoor lighting replay. Santiago Higareda takes it himself and calmly converts his first professional finish. What a moment it is for the young man from Santa Ana, California. Less than 2 hours from home, he has made his impact felt in the professional ranks. 4-0 AV Alta. Well on the way to a 3rd straight win. He might not have a name on the back of his kit, but he's made sure that everyone here tonight knows his name after that goal. It's a Snow Orthodontics goal. Score your best smile with Snow Orthodontics. Three changes for the Cosmos, with that last goal making it 4-0. Davide Corti bringing in Galazzini, who replaces, and Bowie, who replaces John It. And finally, Nick Zalanka, who enters for Sebastian Guenzati. Almesh. Higareda, who has to be on the ultimate high right now. First pro goal. Joined this club on an academy contract. Just 17 years old. Jabril Jumbia is going to enter for AV Alta. So the backup goalkeeper will replace Lenzel Smith. This match out of hand. Brian Claben wants to give his backup keeper a shot. Dumbia making his third league appearance of the season. First outing since April 11th. This change brought to you by Waste Management. Played just 2 minutes in that match. His other appearance was a start against Chattanooga with the full 90. 2 saves, gave up 2 goals. Coffey still battling hard despite the scoreline. He does give it away as it's launched long to hold there defensively. Experience the best night in the AV. AV Alta matches are the perfect place to make lifelong memories with your friends and family. Your group of 10 or more can enjoy discounted tickets, exclusive on-field experiences, and private hospitality areas to catch the match. Visit avaltafc.com to learn more and plan a memorable night. This is brought in a dangerous area. Turned away, Coffey settles. Coffey could not put it past Palivanov. A couple of block shots by some of these defenders. And it's out for a Dumbia goal kick. Cosmos getting ready to make a change as well. Eligio Guarino will make his way on. Just the second appearance of the season for him. And Elliot Jong enters for Adam Almesh, who departs with an outstanding line today. 2 goals. Also added an assist. Kofi. So Leo Guarino, who just entered for the Cosmos. Second appearance for him, previously played for NYCFC 2 in MLS Next Pro. Here's Jounet. Jounet tries to ping one across, unable to do so. Mendonca. Solanka. In trouble for Palivanov. Angled towards Mendonca and sent out by Higuereta. Corner kick brought to you by Toyota of Lancaster. As it's played in quickly. Kofi attacks into space. That is an easy card for Anthony Almeida to pull out of his pocket. Tactical foul by Cristian Ortiz. More look at it. You see the individual skill that Christian Kofi possesses. I mean, you put up remarkable numbers in MLS Next Pro Last 2 years, 13 goals and 16 assists. And that yellow card brought to you by Paris Law Firm. As it's played short. It was before the whistle. Mendonca. Down it. Popped wide. Coffee sends one across. That is out. Did take a deflection. Patrick Bowie making his way to send this one in. So corner kick for Bowie. Here is Bowie, who is dispossessed. Higuera leads the counter. Driven ahead by Anderson. Brought in by Garcia. Kofi. It's a skipping ball. Popped away. With their elevated feed, really testing this back line, which is playing so far ahead. As Cosmos are in desperation mode here. Anderson. Here's Lay. As we enter the final 10 minutes of this match. Ball just beyond Bowie. And it is won by Zelanka. Coffee now. Slipped wide. Morabito powers one across. Ceja heads it towards the corner flag. And it heads out for a throw. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access and Tuesday nights. Plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Anderson leads the charge. Anderson lays it off. Behena lets one fly. Prime opportunity for his first professional goal. But it was not meant to be. Lay. Tried to stand in the ball. It's Kofi. Works ahead. It's given right back. The Alta has had an answer for everything that the Cosmos have thrown their way. And while yes, the Cosmos have had some defensive struggles this season, this team has been able to score goals. Oh, just 8+ minutes from being held without a goal as a yellow card comes out, and it's Mendonca who has been booked as Behena's down. Strong reaction from the Navy Alta sideline, and now some extracurriculars. That's Mendonca, who has just shown yellow. It's a Paris Law Firm yellow card. Behena still down. So while Cesar Behena is down, let's take another look at this goal-scoring opportunity for Pehena. Just a miss hit off target. First-year pro after a standout career at the University of San Diego. 21 goals, 14 assists, 4 conference championships. Quite the tenure for the Toreros. And good to see him back on his feet. Here's Mendonca, who took him to the turf. First year USL League One player after 3 years in MLS Next Pro. Actually spent some time in Brazil back in the day, where he played in the Flamengo and Vasco da Gama academies. Dubia. Look ahead for these two sides. AV Alta. Well, let's get back to this as the first-year pro, Higareda, is on the move. And he has whistled. What a performance it's been for him, though. Comes on and in short order scores his first pro goal. Coffey brings it in. Slips it out wide. And it heads out for a goal kick. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Next league match for AV Alta, they will travel to first-year club Fort Wayne. Meanwhile, the Cosmos will head back home to welcome a Union Omaha team who has been one of the best in the league this season. As the Cosmos head back to historic Hinchliffe Stadium, newly restored. Beautiful venue with a lot of history. A former Negro League stadium, which for years was abandoned. The city really revitalizing the stadium and that whole area. The Cosmos playing a big role in that as well. Bowie turns, and Patrick Bowie wins a free kick. Colin Anderson has to be careful here. No need for anything silly at this point of the match. So Bowie wins the whistle, native of Cote d'Ivoire, who spent the last 2 years in the Portuguese lower divisions. 5th appearance of the season for Bowie. He stands alongside Nick Mendonca. Give and go. Bowie leaves it short, and it's given away. As it's skied along, a surging Anderson, huffing and puffing to get there, and he goes down. The card comes out. It is Patrick Bowie who's been booked. Yellow card brought to you by Paris Law Firm. So AV Alta, a resounding performance today. 4 goals, most they've scored all season. Entering today, it scored 11 league goals in 8 matches. More than a third of that added today. The club record for most goals in a single league match is 5. Came against Westchester last season on June 15th. This is tied for the second most goals that AV Alta's ever scored. Dubia brings it in. Meanwhile, the Cosmos still having to work things out defensively. Now 20 goals conceded. Entered the weekend with the second most goals allowed in the league. I had seen some better moments defensively from this team recently. Davide Corti said his players are starting to apply some of the concept that this coaching staff has implemented. Certainly still work to do. A club with so much pride and so much history, and it's wonderful to have the Cosmos back. Davide Corti said he feels such a sense of pride leading this club as we have entered stoppage time. Fourth official has indicated 5 minutes of added time. Brought to you by Southwest Healthcare. Southwest Healthcare Palmdale Regional Medical Center brings health in harmony. Visit palmdaleregional.com for more information on all of our hospital services. Free kick in the way for the Cosmos. But Brian Klaben said he wanted his team to be the aggressors and to sustain that with his team's identity of having the ball. That has happened tonight. 8th minute goal, and this side did not look back. Again, just given the style that this team likes to play, it can take a little bit longer for players to get acclimated and comfortable in this system, being so ball dominant, knowing the patterns of play. But it does seem like things are really clicking. This team en route to a 3rd straight win, a result in 4 in a row as Patrick Bowie claims a free kick. Could even look back to last season, the inaugural campaign for AV Alta dropped its first 2 matches, outscored 5-1 across those 2, and then went on an absolute heater for the next 2 months or so. Lifted in by Bowie as that grazes the head of a teammate and heads out for a goal kick. Final moments of stoppage time. As it stands, AV Alta now finds itself above the playoff line, for whatever that's worth, on May 24th. With a long season left to play. Dumbia skies it away. Final minute of stoppage time. As dominant of a performance as we've seen from AV Alta this year. Coffey turned away by Relaford. Final moments as the Cosmos try to salvage something from this. It will be a corner kick as Patrick Bowie races to send this in. Likely the final moment of this match. Ball in from Bowie, punched away by Dumbia. Coffey settles. Bowie unloads again. Stays in the area, Morabito denied. And there's the whistle. AV Alta dominant at home. 4-0 the final score. Brian Clavin's club picks up a third straight win, now unbeaten in 4 in a row. AV Alta, after starting the season winless through its first 6, now 3 consecutive wins. And today's performance was in large part due to the play of our man of the match, brought to you by the Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. It had to be Adam Almesh. Had a brace, added an assist. He did everything out there today. This was quintessential Adam Almesh. That second goal that he had, that should be goal of the week, in my opinion. Remarkable individual effort. And it is also a remarkable team effort as AV Alta preserves a Pepsi clean sheet, third clean sheet of league play this season. Denzel Smith got the start, and Jabril Dumbia finished off the job. But it truly was a team effort, allowing just 1 shot on goal for the match. 4-0 the final. Full-time score brought to you by Paris Injury Lawyers. We'll put a bow on things when we get back. AV Alta surges to a third straight win. 4-0 the final. Full-time score brought to you by Paris Injury Lawyers. Adam Almesh. What a performance. 2 goals, and an assist as he paces his team past the New York Cosmos 4-0. Let's take a look at our full-time match highlights. We start things off in the 8th minute. These highlights brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Lancaster and Palmdale. And a forward delivery by Javier Garcia settles right to the feet of Godwin Antwi. An answered prayer for Godwin Antwi as he made it 1-0. And Eric Seha, who, look, if it wasn't for the brace and assist by Almesh, I think Seha probably would have been man of the match, given how well he played. Including that assist, Almesh does the rest. Cosmos thought it was offside. AR did not oblige. And Almesh bags his first. On to the 55th we go. What a moment this was. It is such a good moment that it is our Pepsi play of the match. Adam Almesh, 1 defender, 2 defenders, 3 defenders left in the dirt. A ridiculous individual goal. Made it 3-0. His 5th goal of the season as he bags the brace. His first multi-goal game of his pro career. A little bit later on, just the 2nd career appearance for the 17-year-old on an academy contract. Santi Higareda hits it with pace and purpose and seals it 4-0 as we take a look at our full-time stats brought to you by Chick-fil-A of Lancaster and Palmdale. And, well, the shot numbers favoring the Cosmos, but it was the quality of the opportunities created by AV Alta. 4 shots on target, all of them found the back of the net. And AV Alta, of course, dominating possession, that's their pedigree. That's how this team plays. And they come away with 3 points. And by picking up 3 points, we now look at our JT4 standings, where we're only the boldest dare to dream. Find out more at jt4llc.com. These are the live updated standings. All of the matches in the books today. AV Alta now above the playoff line with 13 points. Again, it's May 24th. Does that really matter at this point of the season? Not really, but still shows that this team is surging and starting to pick up steam and find itself in the mix. Well, some great individual plays. Ajmer Spangler, though, was kept in check for the most part. Antwi got things going to the 8th. Adam Almesh picked up where he left off. A brilliant brace by him and an assist. This individual goal as good as you'll find. 4-0 the final for our entire fantastic crew. My name is John Gross saying so long. AV Alta victorious 4-0 over the New York Cosmos.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.